Okay, let's continue. So yeah, I will just like trace it. I haven't drawn for too long. This face is too weird. Yeah, let's go. But do I really need to do that though? I think I need to correct the hat. That is true. Just correct the hat.
Twitch chat test.
I should go somewhere. I should go somewhere for tomorrow, maybe. I feel pretty weird today. Mostly because I guess it's not as successful as the previous days when I'm just asking random people on Discord if they want to play. But at the same time, I feel like it was also kind of successful. Actually, I'm thinking that for this part, you literally just need to figure out the shape of the fold like this, and then you're good, right? And it's like kind of the same for the other side, like that. But yeah, today on Discord, I was just like DMing random people to find people to play with. And I guess Elden Ring is a lot more demanding than others kind of social games like Repo. Because on Elden Ring you are like specifically one-on-one. So like if you want to play with people you know, it's one-on-one. But then if it's with people that you don't know, then I just don't see a point of playing with people you don't know. So I don't know about these social games. I guess normally you would play some kind of shooter games, right? But I've been wanting to get into music games. And the only music game I've played before was Osu. But Osu is also... I don't know if Osu is the best music game.
Howdy.
Hey, hello, welcome. You just started walking home? Alright, keep walking. Walk, man. Thankfully I don't have to walk too much nowadays because school is done. But I'm thinking of taking the bus. To like a Chinese market tomorrow. Because I only recently I found out that there is actually like a bus directly connecting me to a Chinese supermarket.
Be home in about 20 minutes.
Which is very convenient because like normal supermarkets just have none of the things I want to get. All right, see you in 20 minutes. Yeah, bye. See you then.
Be back then.
So yeah, something that's pretty unpleasant that happened today was like I was just like messaging people on Discord to see if they want to play. To duo with me because like that's literally the only way you get people to play with. So that kind of sucks. But then you get some pretty because if you don't like find the kind of person you play with, then you just get matched with randoms, and like random people in like these Souls games, like invaders, they're just pretty weird, and I don't like that. And yeah, it's just pretty toxic to play with random people, and I also don't see the point of playing with random people, because it's like after you're done playing with them, they're just gone. They just like completely disappear. So what's the point of playing with them if they're just gonna be like, if you're just never gonna see them again? But then I guess this also comes down to the design philosophy of like Elden Ring, which is like cooperation between strangers. So yeah, you kind of need to be like on a Discord call if you want someone that you can always play with. So yeah, kind of a problem. So yeah, today I just messaged a bunch of people. Obviously, a lot of them just didn't respond. I mean, not obviously, like a lot of them didn't respond, which is not great. But also, I guess this just happens, right? You message a lot of people and they don't want to respond. That's fine. But then one of the people just like messaged me back and was pretty condescending about it, and was telling me to like why are you messaging random people? You should just be like, you should like post in the server, which is crazy. Like that's like Reddit mod behavior, telling people what they should do. So yeah, that made me pretty mad. So like I talked back, and then I blocked him. Hello Demented, welcome. What am I sending to who? So I was sending to someone on an Elden Ring server. I was just like messaging random people. I was asking them if they want to duel. And then like usually they either they just like message back, or like they just ignore, which is fine. Hello King, you're welcome. How are you doing? But then this guy, he's like, why are you messaging me? You should be posting in the Discord channel instead of messaging me. And then he's like, oh yeah, and no, I don't want to play. Like, what the fuck? That's like Reddit mod behavior, like telling people what they should do, and he's not even a mod. I guess if he was a mod, then that's just like average Discord mod behavior, which while pretty disgusting, is also kind of expected from these disgusting pigs. But he's not even the mod, so I don't know why he's like that. So like I just called him an asshole, and then I blocked him. But then a few minutes later, his friend just like a random person message was mentioned me in like a general channel and was like, hey, unblock him and apologize right now. And I was like, what the fuck? So he told his friend about it, and now they're just like telling me about it in a public server. So like I just blocked his friend as well. And demented people don't want random to DM them. Well, I mean, you don't want random to DM them. There are some people who don't mind. Some people don't mind. So yeah, I don't see the problem about it. But no, he's not right. And but also what's really like infuriating about him is that his profile description literally has talk to me, I'm bored. So like he's literally telling people to DM him on his profile description. Demented. Well, not really. I am open to random people messaging me. I think that's just you and him. But yeah, so after I blocked these two people, it's just kind of on my mind. This whole incident is just kind of on my mind. And so I decided to like unblock them and give them a piece of my mind. So I just called them weird again. And then I told him about how I blocked him because he literally has messaged me in his description, and then he's telling me to not DM him, which is just weird. So yeah, afterward we talked a little bit and resolved this conflict. But yeah, that's a really unpleasant person. Yeah, you block people who DM you out of nowhere. Damn. I guess I shouldn't be DMing you. Otherwise you're gonna block me as well. Or maybe I should DM you so that you can block me. But yeah, like that's just crazy. These Discord weirdos. I mean like a DM is not a big deal, right? Pinging in servers, that's kind of annoying because it's just like a random server. Like it's in some server that I just never looked at, and they just ping me out of nowhere. That's annoying, right? But also I don't message random people. I do not message random people. I only message them if I see them talk in the general chat. And when they talk in the general chat, it's because they are talking about wanting to play with someone. And so if they are looking for someone to play with, then it just makes sense to like message them and ask them if they want to play. No, talking to them in the general is super annoying because there is like a cooldown of 5 seconds. And you also cannot post images, which sucks. But I do agree with you about the scam thing, though, because like the other day someone just randomly added me, and I thought they added me because I posted in the general chat like anyone wants to play with me. So I thought that they added me because they wanted to play with me. But then it's just like a scam message. It's like, sorry, I reported you for Discord Nitro scam accidentally. And I need to fix this mistake, so please message this person.
Were you talking at all in the general?
So that's just weird, right? And thankfully I just knew it was a scam, so I just blocked them. And I also made sure to report him to the moderators, to the Discord mods, so that he can get banned from the server. But yeah, I understand the scamming point of view. It's like when random people message you for no reason. That's weird.
It's not unreasonable at all to not want people going into DMs.
Demented. Yeah, I am talking in the general. I am talking in general. Yeah, demented. I guess that is true. But also, I guess it wasn't really a problem because I messaged like multiple people. Like I DM'd multiple people and they were alright about me just DMing them, even though I never talked to them before. So it's not a general rule. It's not like a general rule that no one wants to DM unless you have talked to them in general. But I guess it's gonna be easier for them to reply to your DM if you mention them in a general channel first, and then you go into DMs, right? You know, it's like randomly adding people as friends. Like when I get random friends requests, that's kind of weird. But then again, it's like scammers, like usually when you get random friends requests, it's almost always scams. Because like if you never talk in a server, why would they add you as friend?
It's just rude to go to DMs without good reason.
So yeah, like that's just really weird. It's rude to go to DMs without good reasons. Well, is it? I mean, I do have a good reason though. I want to ask them if they want to play, and they are already looking for someone to play with, so that's a good reason. Obviously.
Yes. That's not a good reason.
They don't know me. Yeah, that is true. They don't know me. Hello, Aku. Welcome.
My good quality earbuds.
Hope you're doing well. You are stuck with trash earbuds. Right. Actually, the other day I went outside with like earbuds. But I didn't bring my earbud cases out with me. I left my earbud cases charging at home, but I forgot about it. So when I went outside, when I wanted to like put my earbuds back into the case, I just couldn't find my earpod charging case. So I was like, what the fuck? Where did I just drop it? Did it just drop out of my pockets? And then I was just getting really worried because like these cost like $30-40, so that's pretty expensive. And without the case, the earbuds are essentially just worthless, right? Because you can't even recharge them. So I was getting pretty worried. But then I went back home and I found my earbud cases just charging at home. So I was pretty relieved about it. Very nice. Yeah. So just things falling out of my pockets. That's just like the worst. That's just like the worst feelings ever. Oh lol, a quick release skewer for the front.
And a quick release
Yeah.
for the front wheel.
Like that's
because my other
super
one broke.
annoying. Like when like spikes get into your wheels. Because like one time I was just like riding the bike, and then like my front wheel just like got into a spike. Like a spike literally just got into my front wheel, and my front wheel started leaking. And there must have been someone who did it on purpose, because I was just rolling on like a bike road. And
Was annoying when
yeah, like someone just
because
put
I
like
was on the
some
other side of
spikes
town
on the
and had to walk the bike all the way
on
back.
the bike road. Like I've never seen something this bad before. Like what the fuck? They must really hate bikes or something. When it deflated, you were on the other side of the town and had to walk all the way back. Yeah. Also, another incident of like a really bad spike was like at school. So like it was like Veterans Day. And so they had like these like poppy flowers that are like for veterans, right? But there were also these signs with spike on the other side. So like the spike was just, oh my god, can't even find it. Can't find what I'm looking for. Also, why the hell is there someone called Spike? But yeah, just like a standing skewer thing on the floor. And if you step on it, it's gonna go through your foot, and it's something like this, right? Something like this is just on the... It's just like randomly at school on the floor. It's also pretty small, so like if you step on it accidentally, it's gonna go through your entire foot. And this thing was just like at school, like on a place where there's a lot of people walking by, so that was very dangerous. And when I saw it, I just avoided it. And I made sure to like kick it aside, but I didn't throw it into the trash. But yeah, it's so fucking dangerous to have these. You had one of these go through your finger. Oh my god. Yeah, like that's terrible when I think about how these things are just randomly on the ground. Because like it's only a matter of time until someone steps on it. Right? So like whoever left them on the ground must be just like the worst kind of person ever. Didn't go all the way in. Yeah. Oh yeah, another accident I ran into. So I was slicing a tomato. I was
also
like
once had
slicing a
people go through
tomato,
my thumb,
but instead
my
of using the
nail
kitchen
wasn't
knife, I
fun
just
to
held the tomato and I sliced it with a knife. And like the knife just like pierced into my palm. And that shit hurt so much. So yeah, just always use a cutting board. Never be lazy. Amanda, you had a staple go through your thumb and nail. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, whoever leaves tags on the ground, like, these people are going to hell. For real. Aku, yeah, I saw it. You just like put a keyboard. You just put the picture of a keyboard. Yeah, but nowadays I'm not sure if anyone would even use tags at the school. It's just kind of dangerous, honestly. And also I don't know if in the US, like Aku, does it happen in the US where if you don't give tips, the server literally yell at you to give you tips? Because I feel like yesterday I read reviews about a restaurant. I took my time to write a very bad reviews about a restaurant that I went to when I was 12, where they just like forced me to tip. I was like 12, and like the guy at the counter literally just coerced me into tipping. So like I read the reviews for this restaurant, and it's like, and like people who refuse to give tips, like there are literally just like people, they were just literally yelling at people if they don't tip, and like chasing them at the door if they don't tip. And also like the service is fucking garbage as well. Like the service is so fucking bad, and they want tip, which is outrageous. Yeah, someone should call the police on them, honestly. Because like that's such a bad restaurant, and I'm just surprised because that restaurant has like thousands of reviews, and it's like 4.1 star. Like how does it have such a high review? How does it have such a high score if it's so fucking bad? Because when I went there, like, yeah, the service is bad. The service is fucking terrible. And like the music is also really loud. And the food is just mediocre. Like, I don't see how they deserve tips. And especially just for forcing people to tip, they already don't deserve a tip for that. You drop $5 or $10 and go. So you let them keep the change. But that's still tipping. But yeah, tipping culture is fucking stupid. And that restaurant just deserves to go bankrupt. But unfortunately, the exact opposite happened. It's like they are still running. They're still fucking running, and it's better than ever. Which is just, yeah, it's like karma doesn't really exist. You know, if someone does bad things, nothing really happens to them. So like bad thing doesn't happen to bad people. There's no divine retribution. There's actually no hell that people go to when they die if they do bad things. It's all just the cope. So yeah, it's really terrible to see them succeed, because that's literally like the equivalent of seeing your bully become a millionaire. Like imagine your bully just like bullies you for like 12 years at school. Just like every time you change school, your bully is also in the same class as you. But so like you just get beat up by your bully every day. But then once you grow up and become adults, it turns out your bully just become like a billionaire, which is crazy. And that's kind of the reaction I get when I see that restaurant getting like positive reviews and still having 4.1 stars for forcing me to tip. What the fuck? So yeah. What kind of broke me, what particularly broke me was when I saw a review about a guy who came to Montreal and he went to that restaurant and liked that restaurant a lot, and he wrote a good review like 5 years later, and then five years later he came back and went back to that restaurant, and he says like the food is still just as good as he remembered. Like what the fuck? Like he came here twice just to eat at that stupid fucking restaurant. So yeah, it's so fucking terrible. I hate it. People who are bullies in school are more successful because they're more confident and risk-taking. Yeah. So that's just the proof that if you do bad things don't happen to you, actually. Just like doing bad things is not correlated with bad outcome. So yeah. That really sucks. But yeah, I'm not even sure what you think of that. It's like it's so successful, even though like the waiters seem to be like very rude and just like very bad. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I'm not sure what you think about it. But anyhow, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring these days. It's pretty fun. Yeah, it's very fun to play Elden Ring with all these people. And like the only thing I can really think about is that it's just making me more social. Because if you co-op with people in Elden Ring, then they're either strangers, then they're just like strangers, so that's not great. You don't like PvP at all, despite liking Elden Ring. Honestly, I just got into PvP because I keep seeing like videos about it. But yeah, I don't really. I just feel like I have to play PvP because I bought the game. Like the whole reason why you buy the game is because you can play online multiplayer. Because like single player games, you can just pirate them. Because you cannot pirate multiplayer games. So like I just bought the game just to.
No.
If I don't play multiplayer, there's just no point in like buying the game. So I would just feel like I got scammed if I didn't do multiplayer.
Your brain is wired so wrong, Elmao.
What do you mean my brain is wired wrong? It makes total sense. Because like if it's a single player game, then it makes no difference whether you pirate it or not. I guess what I guess what makes me want to buy a single player game is if I played it for 200 hours. So it's like at that point you should just buy it, right? But like the problem with Elden Ring specifically, it's like you cannot cheat. It's like when I was just playing the pirated version of the game, I was just cheating with cheat engine because I'm pretty bad at the game. So I just use cheat engine to spawn items for me. You know, to make myself have a lot of HP and stuff. To give myself infinite runes. But now because I bought the game, I now cannot cheat or I will get banned. So it's like, even though I bought the game, I'm now getting a worse gameplay experience compared to when I pirated. Which is just very wrong for me. So like, but that's like an Elden Ring. But like that's an Elden Ring problem. For like other games where there's no anti-cheat, I can cheat just fine on the game I bought. So that's okay, but I don't like not being able to cheat. Even though I was able to cheat on the pirated version. Because I don't want to gather. I don't like to like explore. I don't like to like go into caves just to get smithing stones and like weapons. Because like I just miss all of them, and if I want to play a specific weapon, then I need to watch a guide. So like you just waste so much time because of that. You waste so much fucking time reading guides. You aren't even playing the game, which is not fun at all, as you said. Like, if you get them legit, it's not fucking fun. You just read, you're just watching videos and reading these guides all the time. It's just easier to spawn them into the game with cheat engine so that you can actually play the game. Right? Especially with consumables. Like if I don't cheat, then I would never use any consumables. Because you need to go and gather these consumables. And also like the crafting system is just really tedious. Like you've probably never used the crafting system outside of a few key items. That's just like how tedious this whole system is. And it's just easier to like spawn 999 of every items so that you can just use all the consumables that you deserve to use instead of like hoarding them until the very end of the game. What? You don't like my outlook on gaming? What is your outlook?
I don't think I like your outlook on gaming.
Because like when I have like a limited amount of a certain consumables, I just never use it. I just end up never using it. And so like I'm just cut off from this aspect of the game. You know, it's like throwing pots. You can craft pots. Right?
If it's limited,
but
you value it.
But since like the pots are so limited and you have to gather the items again after you use them, it's just you just don't want to use it. So I just end up never using pots if I don't cheat. Right.
If you have infinite of everything you want, there's no value. You don't feel any reward for overcoming a challenge.
I mean, the game already has a big challenge, which is the bosses. So I think I would rather focus on the biggest challenge, which is just beating the bosses, before I start worrying about about the other
If you play it
challenges,
right,
which are
the game
just
feels personal to
consumables,
you and your challenge.
right? Yeah, right. That is true. But like I did a legit run though. It's just like when I got like once I got into like
The
the
game is more
mountaintop
than
of the
just the bosses,
giant,
though. It just hollows the game
it's
down.
just so fucking hard. Like once you get past the capital and you got into like the mountain of the giant, it's just so fucking hard. And if you just play the game normally at that point,
There's literally
it's
one boss
it's
in the
like
mountain.
every enemy just one shot you. Every enemy just kind of two shots you. Yeah, there's only one boss, but there's also like Crumbling Ferrum Azula afterward, where it's like, and afterward there's also like the Halig tree, and Halig tree is just brutal because like every enemy there just like one shots you.
If every enemy one-shots you, you're under-leveled. I love Haligtree.
Yeah, you aren't exploring, but I am exploring. It's just every time you die, you lose all your runes. And so if you die a lot, you just end up losing all the runes you got. And especially when your runes are like stuck in a boss arena. So like every time you get into the arena, you first have to get your fucking runes back. You can't just focus on the boss. You need to get your runes. Otherwise it's gonna disappear if you fail. And also you just cannot leave until you beat the boss, because then your runes are gonna be gone. If you just accidentally fall down a cliff or get ganked by an enemy out of the blue. So it's just not really that great. So I just have to hack and give me more runes.
That's why you don't go into
So that I can level up.
Spent runes, and collect runes and run away if you think you're gonna die again.
But then it's also like you have to get smithing stones for your weapons. Yeah, you don't go into boss
The way you
rooms
should
with
play is to
unspent
spend what you
runes.
have, so you don't have to think about what runes you're holding all the time.
Spend what you have so you don't
There's no
think about
advantage
what
to
runes you're
holding onto
holding. Yeah. But also another thing is weapon variety. Since like the amount of smithing stones you get is limited, and later bosses, if you don't have upgraded items, you just deal like no damage. So like you are basically stuck on always using the same weapons because that's the only like high level weapon that you have. Which sucks, especially like ancient dragon smithing stone. Like there's only like a few of them, so you can only have a few max level weapon if you don't cheat. Yeah, you can find the bell bearings and you can buy them, but you still need to spend runes. And also the ancient dragonsmithing stone is limited. And also like the spirit ashes glove wort is also limited. Which sucks. Yeah. I just don't like the resource gathering part. But then again, I'm also not that great at bosses either. I kind of just cheesed every boss by spamming sorceries on the boss. So, yeah.
And you're meant to experiment with different weapons, and then locking in on specific build.
You're meant to experiment with different weapons, then lock in. Yeah, but you only get some weapons very late into the game. So these late game weapons, you won't have a chance to experiment with them. Also, what? This skirt is kind of like... It's kind of like this. It curves down like this.
Yo, you can just New Game Plus if you don't have the stuff.
But I'm wondering how would you even draw the folds just normally? That's weird. I guess you would do that.
The game can be beat really fast once you get comfortable with the game.
Since it goes like a wave. Right, the game can be beat really fast when you're comfortable with it. Yeah, that's true. Well, I still like to just challenge the bosses just like that. But yeah. Like a boss rush mode. You know, like in Hollow Knight, you have like a pantheon. You have like a pantheon of hollowness.
It's like
and you can just fight every boss like that.
You learn to know what you have to do, where to go. And then it's pointed to point B and is
and so yeah, that's why I have a mod boss arena where I just fight bosses over and over, which is great. Like the pantheon in Hollow Knight is exactly what I want in Elden Ring. And what I also like about Hollow Knight is that you can create like a God Seeker save where you just directly start at Godhome. Right, you're just at Godhome, so like you can just start the game with all the upgrades so that you can fight the bosses directly. Demented. Once you beat a boss, you get summoned and help them fight the boss. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Like, that explains why the Elden Ring channel is like full of people asking if they need help with bosses. Right? It's because they want to help other people with bosses, because they want to fight these bosses again. Except it doesn't really help that much, because like if you fight Godric, for example, and you're like already level 300, then it's gonna be very easy. You're just gonna like two-shot them. Like the boss just stands no chance. So like there is no stats equalization. Hey, welcome, Hollow.
Also,
Yeah,
it's a community
people who
of
help
people
others
struggling
struggling
with
with bosses. Yeah, that is true. But also, like, when you summon, it just becomes so easy. Like, when I summoned someone for Radahn, like, I didn't even manage to approach the boss, and the boss is already dead. Because my summons just do so much damage. Like, the other summons, they do so much damage that they just, like, they just completely destroy the boss.
You experience it like that because you're cheating. The only way you would get to that level is from New Game Plus, and bosses get harder stats with New Game Plus. That's why a lot of the community
Yeah,
don't make
Demented.
summons.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it is because I'm cheating. So like I'm just like too high leveled for the bosses. Yeah, my level is just too high. But the problem is that if I only do like 100 damage per hit, it just takes too long, and I'm gonna just die. And it just sucks. Hollow.
So you're cheating and mad that the game is
No,
too
I'm
easy.
saying that the game
But I
is
get
too
that.
hard, so I have to cheat. Because I don't want to gather materials to upgrade weapons and such.
Ahem. The game is the same difficulty for everyone.
The game is the same difficulty for everyone. Well, I mean, if you change your build, it's not the same. And I just don't enjoy this aspect of the game, which is to like gather materials. I don't see the problem with that. But yeah, I guess that's it for this one. I still don't understand. I still don't fucking understand this. I don't understand this part of the hair. Oh well, the next one will be better. Yeah. But yeah, this drawing is so hard for some reason. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's so hard. I guess it's kind of counterintuitive the way
You
the
naturally end up with what you
like
need
the
if you're
head
exploring as you go.
placement.
It's not a separate thing.
I don't
from the game.
know. Like this area just puzzles me. How is the neck attached?
Such a
Is-
beautiful world invites you to explore.
Like what? So like the shoulder is here, then the neck should be kind of here. Right. Yeah, I don't understand the neck placement for this one. I think maybe the neck placement is just wrong. It's just wrong somehow. Maybe it's like this. Like the necks is here. Like here. This. I don't know. This drawing is cursed. Yeah, such a beautiful world it invites you to explore, and you just die 2 shots to a boss. I'm not saying the game is bad though. I'm still having fun with the game. I'm just saying it's pretty difficult. Just like legit. And so I understand why there are so many players who need help in the Elden Ring Discord every day. So yeah. I'm confused by this drawing. I don't really get it. Oh well. I would just do something else next time. So yeah, see you. Bye bye. Let me just put the drawing side by side and kind of see what's... Yeah, I don't know how you would... Actually, the neck is actually here. What the hell? Like, the neck is right here. But I still don't see how it makes sense. Hold on. So the neck is like this, and then this part is like here, and that's the collar. Yeah, the collar is like this. What? Okay. Then you have the face like this. Honestly, this makes more sense. Okay, so the neck is like here, right? Okay. Well, I understand. Okay. Now it makes more sense than before. Yeah, bye bye.